Hola, this is Pacha with the weekly Pele-rapport for July 19th of 2017. And there is so much going on right now, and there are so many aspects to talk about. I have to show them to you visually so you can really get a grip on this. All right, so here it is, July 19th. I want to go forward one day. You see the moon just went into Gemini. This could be a long Pele-rapport. I'm going to be talking with the moon in Gemini. But tomorrow, you can see that that moon moves into conjunct Venus, and what? They're both exactly opposite black moon Lilith. Okay, so the moon comes to Venus. You can see the sun and Mars are traveling together here. Next day, Friday, okay, Mars moves into Leo. Sun is just on the edge, just on the cusp. Sun is exactly what? Coming into that square with Uranus. 28 degrees to 28 degrees, happening very strong, very powerful. You can see Mercury coming up to this conjunction with the north node of the moon. I mean, it's just like one aspect after another, very tight, very close. And then we move into what? The new moon at 0 degrees, 44 minutes of Leo. Sun, moon with Mars within 2 degrees. Sun, moon, Mars conjunction in Leo on Sunday. Super powerful. Okay, and what else? Venus in this opposition to Saturn keeps going, keeps going, keeps going. We can say that it goes on for the whole week. Okay, it's actually exact on Monday, Venus opposite Saturn. Okay, and, you know, it just keeps on cruising on, forward, 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 as that moon comes around and finally hits Jupiter. But the sun conjuncts Mars, okay, next Wednesday, but that's next week's Pele-rapport. I can talk more about that. But in the meantime, did you see Mercury jump over there into Virgo? Okay, so this is the, you know, this is what your astrology chart looks like. Here we have a moon, Mercury conjunction, and the next day, boom, they both go into Virgo. So this weekend, you see it right there. You saw it here first. Sun, Mars, moon, north node, Mercury, all in the sign of Leo. Oh my goodness. What does that portend? Let's look at it in another way here, because now you can see, all right, this is another way of looking at it. Just pretend that the Earth is the center. And if the Earth is the center, you can see that a Sun-Mars conjunction is when they both line up, and this is Leo out here, the sign of Leo, okay? And, you know, Venus in this opposition to Saturn, okay? If the Earth is the center, you can see this opposition. You can see that, you know, the Jupiter-Uranus actually opposition. What's really super dynamic here and super powerful is, do you see this great T-square, right? Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Uranus, and Venus is going to be moving into that. You see that? I want to move this forward a little bit, really slow. What I wanted to do is show you the, well, I'll show you the eclipse later. But watch this now. Watch the moon. Okay, the moon's going to be moving around here. Here's the moon. And this is going to be the new moon, is when the Earth and the moon and the sun, boom. Let's stop it right there. Now you have a new moon. The moon in alignment with the sun and Mars all over there in the sign of Leo. What you don't see here is black moon Lilith, okay, because she is in alignment with Saturn right up over here. You don't see Chiron. Chiron is over here in Pisces with Neptune. You don't see the moon's nodes. But you do see, you know, most of the planetary bodies here. And what's really cool about this program that I want to show you is, now let me show you what an eclipse really looks like, okay? Because an eclipse is like, let's move this baby in. Let's focus. I love this program, man. Okay. Yeah, now watch, because, and actually, I'm going to be doing webinar this weekend. Okay, we have the new moon happening this weekend. And then I'm going to move this forward a little faster, okay? Because then what we're going to see happening here is, here comes that moon around. Oh, shoot. Stop that sucker. Went too far. Back that baby up. Okay, watch. Here it comes. Now you can see that on August 21st, okay, right there, when we get these guys exactly lined up like that, right? This is the moon's node falls right here on the ecliptic, and this program is not really exact, but when you get this alignment, okay, you can see how the moon, Earth, moon, and in this case, like Mercury, let's see where Mercury falls. You know, Mercury is not that far away, but you see here now the Earth, moon, sun, all lined up exactly on the ecliptic. I can't quite get inside, but the moon will block the sun from a large part of the Earth. And in fact, it goes through North America, this particular eclipse. So we're going to be talking about that eclipse, the whole dream team, having a free webinar on Saturday. There'll be more information on that in the notes below. For now, let me look at the camera and explain, just like what all this is, what this all means. What does this all mean? Okay, wow. Where to start with all of this? I think I want to start with love. I want to start with Venus. Okay, Venus in opposition to Black Moon Lilith, like right now. Venus coming into an opposition with Saturn, okay, on Sunday, Monday, basically the whole week. This is really huge, and it goes back. Let's go back. Let's first talk about an opposition. An opposition 180 degrees, full moon aspect. The seed is sown. Okay, the truth, the belief, the relationship, the business, the house is bought, the baby is born. The start is at the new conjunction. The new conjunction of Venus and Saturn happened last October 30th. You want to go back to last Halloween. Think about where you were, who you met, what decisions you made around money, finances, relationships, and love. Venus is what I value, my values. What is most important to me? What are my priorities? What do I desire the most in my life? This person, okay, this beautiful object, this, artwork or music, or, it's our taste. And Saturn is form and structure. So last October, like it or not, ready or not, consciously or not, we came into a place of committing to or deciding. That's what Saturn is about, really forming a relationship to a new value. And this is in Sagittarius. And not only Sagittarius, the amazing thing is, if you remember that Pele-rapport, you could go back to it. Conjunct the great attractor. The great attractor. The biggest thing in the universe. I talked about it. It swallows galaxies. Okay, I just think of that Rolling Stones, the big the mouth with the tongue sticking out. It's like the great attractor is just like sucking galaxies in. There is this draw. You could say that it's spirit or God, goddess, creator, source, like sucking, drawing us all back in. And what happens we get stripped. You know, you get that like you're getting, drawn into, okay, and you can't help yourself. And there's this wind blowing off, everything that's not you, all of your false beliefs, all of your clothes, your nakedness, as you get drawn back and back and back into Source, swallowed by Source. This is the Sagittarian quest. The quest for ultimate truth and the ultimate meaning of life, the Holy Grail. Wow. And Venus is my personal values and my personal, attractions, connected with the great attractor. So that was a big time, late October. Okay, and there was Jupiter and Saturn were doing all kinds of things, around, at that particular time. And now, June, now we have Venus gone around 180 degrees, coming into this opposition, and it's getting Lilith first. And I've talked about this Lilith and Saturn. She's coming up closer and closer to conjunct with Saturn. Okay, and she's just all about. This is the ultimate search for meaning and truth that goes beyond being right or wrong. It is the quest itself, the curiosity, which Gemini is known for, this Venus now in Gemini. I am so curious. I've got to know. I've got to look behind that curtain. I've got to open that door. Okay, I've got to go into this experience. My curiosity leads me into like the great attractor, and it's the great attraction for the ultimate understanding of myself and of life, and of what life is, and of what love is, and of what relationship is, and of what, a man is, and of what a woman is, and what being human is. The attractor calling us on this quest for more, deeper connection and understanding, and the ability to own, our truth. And that's what the mantra is about this week. And it's like as we come into this greater seeking in truth, and it's like, okay, I can make mistakes, I can be wrong, I can cause pain, I can be hurt, there's all this, but there's something beyond, there's something greater. Okay, my soul is calling me. Sagittarius, this Jupiter opposite Uranus, and here we have the Sun in square to Uranus. So there is this time now, and let's then get into the opposition. We have had this time since October. Venus has been, Saturn, Venus has come around, and now it's going through the Virgo phase, and it's going into the Libra phase. Okay, and this is what? I am coming out. I have done my inner searching, and now I have found my inner, what I really value, what I really want, and who I really want in my life, and who I don't want in my life, and what I no longer need in my life, and what I need to separate from, and what I need to commit to. This is a time of decision making, of choice making, of breaking contracts, of making new contracts, of really coming into Saturn. Time, commitment, duty, boundaries, and being able to have healthy boundaries, stepping into the king, stepping into our queen, stepping into the maturity to be able to say no and yes when the time is right, where I want to go, and just knowing where this is going to lead me. So this is like really big, because the challenge with the oppositional aspect is I want to move into relationship, but I don't want to lose myself. So I don't want to move too much into other people's values, into being controlled by this relationship. So I need to like really be, I want to be in this relationship, but this relationship is also going to test me. Yeah, this person's going to want to control me, or this relationship, or this external authority, or this teacher, or this guru, or this boss is going to want to like really, you know, railroad me according to what they value, and what they are seeking, and what they desire, and what they are attracted to. And I want the relationship. What I really need to look at and evaluate very clearly for myself is, are we on the same page? Do we value the same thing? Are we on the same quest? Do we have the same truths, the same beliefs, or not? This is a turning point, like I said, the time of choice, a time of decision, of saying, you are in my tribe, or you are not. I am in this family, or I am not. I am in this religion, or in this country, or in, you know, these are my people, or they are not. So the challenge is to be in relationship without losing my core truth. And giving myself over, surrendering prematurely, or giving over my power, or giving over my values, you know, and not speaking my truth, not expressing my truth, not showing my truth, avoiding confrontation, avoiding the unpleasant, you know, discussions, going along with it. Venus, Saturn says, I'm not going along with it. I have to be in integrity. And so we come into this new moon in Leo, which is about me really being my honest, authentic, original self and expressing my truth. And what is it? It's square to Uranus. So what the square to Uranus says is, you know what Uranus does is, Uranus is like the blender. You know, you put it on full speed, and then you stick it into the, you know, you stick it into the eggs and the dough or whatever, and it just like, it mixes it all up. Uranus is the great mixer. It pulverizes the egg yolks. You know, it takes, you know, and it just like stirs it and mixes it and blends it, and what individual things were before, after Uranus comes along, they're pulverized. Okay, they're just like blown to smithereens and reorganized into, yeah, you know, your new recipe. Yeah. So I just really, you know, look at this situation. We get into this dynamic of this new moon expressing itself through Leo, and the north node of the moon in Leo for the next year and a half, and it is about, okay, like I am so in my truth and on my path and, you know, in alignment that I'm totally authentic. I'm wearing my heart on my sleeve. I'm showing you all that I am, like it or not, ready or not. This is, you know, this is who I am. You know, and I would love to be loved and adored and appreciated for all that I am. So I'm going to put myself out there on the stage with the microphone, under the spotlights. It's just like, wow, this is the time to really go for it. Yeah? Speaking of going for it, man, I have to answer that phone. Shit. I'm going to have to pause this sucker. Wow, man. That's like the first time I ever interrupted a Pele-rapport. That's what happens when I'm at home. It's nice to be out in the woods, you know, where there's no freaking phone ringing. Oh my God. And that's Venus in Gemini too, and that's also like the Sun square Uranus. Sudden interruptions. You know, unpredictable things, you know, coming in and just like, just what I was talking about. Anyway, let me wrap it up. I don't want to keep you all day, you know. It's just basically the mantra for this day is the sun, you know, Sun and Mars emerging out of Cancer, the womb, the great mother, Okay, we are coming out of it. It looks like we're being born. So it's the butterfly emerging out of the cocoon. Like a butterfly emerging out of the cocoon. Yeah. I have been transformed inside. Transformed inside these last couple of months. Mars moving through Cancer. Okay, you know, and this whole realm, okay, of Saturn squaring Chiron, Saturn in Sagittarius, you know, adopting new beliefs or letting go of all beliefs and just like really being totally in the moment, in the truth, in the now, on the quest. Yes, and it's like I am a scientist investigating truth. I'm not attached to this truth or this judgment or that condition or this relationship or that job or this position or this reputation. It's all part of the quest. And all of these things and people and ideas and identities come in and go out. So I've been transforming myself inwardly, and now, boom, yeah, I am aligned with my truth so that I have nothing left to hide. And then I come out in Leo and I totally show, okay, the butterfly spreads its beautiful wings. I mean, Costa Rica, man, the butterflies here are, you know, people come from all over the world for the butterflies. This is like Mariposa, mejor. It's really amazing, yeah? So that, you know, these butterflies are just so beautiful. And they spread their wings and they open their wings. And this is joy. This is, Leo is about joy. Bringing joy and the lightness of being. Okay, and just the, you know, the fluttering of the wings. It's so beautiful. It's a very appropriate picture. So one last time as the phone rings again, man. Oh my God. Ah! Like a butterfly emerging from the cocoon. I have been transformed inside. All parts of myself now aligned in truth. I have nothing left to hide. No more hide and seek. Come out wherever you are. Namaste. Aloha. So much love.